as an emergency, state of emergency had been declared by the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa.
Looking at some of the top stories coming in from Sri Lanka this evening, protests continue across the country of Sri Lanka against the government's handling of the worst economic crisis in decades. To have defied a curfew in several cities, people were seen emerging on the streets in Colombo, where they were out in large numbers to defy the nationwide protest. Similar pictures coming in from Pittakotte in Sri Lanka. People taking to the streets, protesting despite curfew and rain, demanding President Gotabaya Rajapaksa resign as the economic crisis worsens. Protests to oust Sri Lankan government continue in different parts despite bans on public assembly and island-wide curfew in full force. Citizens continue to protest in Ratmalana as well, holding banners, chanting anti-government slogans. Protesters continue to take roads against the island's worst economic crisis. A group of people were engaged in a protest near the Rajagiriya flyover. Big jams were witnessed around the flyover as protesters continue to block roads from both sides in Sri Lanka. Former Sri Lankan cricket legend Roshan Mahanama joining a peaceful public protest in Colombo against the prevailing situation in the country. Getting in more breaking news now as we stay on the news of Sri Lanka. A Sri Lankan opposition leader has urged Prime Minister Modi to help the country. And this is a leader of the opposition in Sri Lanka. It's one leader and not several leaders. It's one leader. It's the Sri Lankan opposition leader and Member of Parliament Sajith Premadasa, who has reached out to the Prime Minister Modi saying, please try and help Sri Lanka to the maximum possible extent. This is our motherland and we need to save it. A Sri Lankan opposition leader asking Prime Minister Modi to step in and do everything that India possibly can to help Sri Lanka battle the crisis. Of course, the country, the island nation, battling a severe economic crisis with food and fuel scarcity affecting a large number of people in this country, and the economy has been in a free fall since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. And the Sri Lankan opposition leader has, and also an MP in the Sri Lankan Parliament, Sajith Premadasa, writing to the Prime Minister, asking the Prime Minister to help Sri Lanka to the maximum possible extent, saying this is our motherland and we need to save it. In fact, similar scenes being witnessed. We have some more breaking news coming in from Russia as well after this, just waiting for that confirmation of Putin signing a decree on retaliatory measures. In fact, let's go across to that.